I'm truly just wanting to be in my most full sense of self.
All right, fists up, because truth be told, she's a lover and a fighter, tenacious, honest, and a true knockout. Peloton's Kendall Toole, so great to talk with you.
Thank you so much for having me. I so appreciate it.
I'm
Oh, give
so
LA my
excited.
love.
I
Give it
sure
my
will.
love.
So, obviously, I'm a huge fan, and I'm a Pelotoner myself. And I have to say, you have me going all out in your classes because you go all out in your classes, and you don't back down on us. And I think that just kind of leads the conversation really well here. What is it about that kind of all-out energy that is so contagious, you feel?
Oh, that's such a good point. You know what's funny? I always just thought it was fair. Like, I'm not going to ask you to do something I'm not going to do myself, right?
Yeah.
It only makes it better that way. So really, I think being able, when someone shows up fully, you feel encouraged to do the same. So if I go, or I even go a tad further, or I'm a little bit bigger, or I'm little bit louder, I feel like it allows people the space to meet me where they're comfortable.
I love
So I'm
that.
like, I'll go jump off the diving board first, and then everyone can come in at their leisure. You know what I mean? Like, it works
Totally.
out. Yeah.
Well, I want to jump right into this. Pain to power. Talk to
hmm
me about that journey for you.
Oof. I mean, I've been very open about it, and it's been so wonderful to share that story. But I have had a hell of a path with mental health, and so from the time I was very young and I was diagnosed with OCD to then being diagnosed with anxiety and depression, and being quite close to suicide my senior year of college, it has been a part of my story. And it's ironic and kind of amazing that now I understand why.
Mm.
So being able to motivate people through Peloton on this platform, be a face, be a voice for somebody who's been there and still is going through it. But those painful moments really begot my greatest strength. And I didn't recognize it at the time. But what's so wonderful about growing, evolving, and developing is that life has taught me that that is my power, is those scars and those vulnerable moments and those setbacks that really helped build me into the woman I am today, and the woman that I'll be in the future.
I love that. And to that point, you have been so open with your story. What made things so hard in those dark times? And what's in your arsenal now that you maybe didn't have back then?
I would say two things were particularly rough. The concept of shame, we all have it. I think oftentimes shame comes from the expectation we have to show up in the world a certain way, whether it be because other people tell us that, or in my instance, it was my own self expectation. Could have been done partly from, societal influence, from the way that the world looked at me and put me in this particular, she's a happy, bubbly, blonde California girl, she has no problems. Oh, honey, do I?
Yeah.
I will one up you on that one. But I think it was shame was a big part of it, as well as not understanding that it's okay not to be 100%. It's okay not to be okay. And giving myself grace. It was shame rooted, and then now learning to give myself grace. So today I have a whole toolbox of different things, pardon the pun. I know my last name, but it kind of fits. So from meditation to breath work, obviously what I do every single day, movement, human connection is key, fostering those great relationships. And I will scream it from the rooftops. Therapy, and if you need it, medication has changed my life. And I hope everybody knows that is out there, and it's a safe space, and it's a wonderful resource if they need it.
And it's very clear that you love your job and what you
I,
do. What has coaching and training and instructing given you?
it's really held me accountable. So the best part, and what I love the most about the Peloton community, was that I had been semi-open about my mental health journey, but not to the level that I was. In having this wonderful platform of literally millions of people, which is very high. It's a lot of pressure, right? You're showing up every single day, and people are coming to you to either escape or to find joy, to find power, to convert how they're feeling into something good. They're looking to you. And I take that very, very seriously. I take it as a really wonderful honor and a deep responsibility. So being able to do that, I had to keep myself in check. You can't give and you can't create and you can't motivate from a space that you don't believe in. So truly, especially through pandemic, the Peloton community held me accountable in the best way. And what was beautiful is, as I opened up about my mental health story and my journey, they were just welcoming to me with open arms. And to hear that, oh my gosh, you go through it too. Oh, your daughter, your son, you have 5 kids and you're 60 years old and you're going through it. There's it does not discriminate. So being able to have that community and that responsibility really has helped me grow and accept myself and love myself more. So it's truly reciprocal. And you have to just remember, like when I see those names on the leaderboard, those are all people. It's no different than likes on a photo. I think we've gotten so transactional because of social media. One of the challenges of that is that we just see a number. That number is people. Those people have stories. Those people have setbacks, pain, joy, love, all of it. And when we remember that there's a human behind there, that this is about human connection.
Totally.
Yes, it's through the guise of technology, but it's about connecting as human beings. So it's been very wonderful and scary and confronting, but I've grown so much because I'm like, you know what? This is me. If you like it, wonderful. If you don't, I get it. I'm a lot. I'm not for everybody, but that's okay.
I often say, I choose joy in life because I've seen the alternative. Do you kind of feel the same? And what inspires you to choose that same joy?
That moment, that's so true. The people who are the most joyous, the most loving, the most giving and kind, in my opinion, have been through the most hell. They've been through the most pain and darkness because they know that that exists. Being at a place in my life years ago, but knowing that that girl is a part of my story and knowing that she was in such a dark space and didn't want to do this anymore makes me fall so much more in love with life today. I have no other option than to maximize this existence while I get to have it, than to maximize those connections, than to live with the most joy and live as fully as possible. And I deeply believe every single person on this planet deserves that right to be 100% themselves, to be vulnerable and honest and open and live as fully in their own self, in their authentic self as possible.
Yeah. Now, in the realm and genre that is mental health, what do you think, or not that we're missing, but what should we be talking about more?
We're just scratching the surface. It's a multi-layered issue. I would say the first thing is just having these conversations. I love encouraging people to ask the people around them, or at least once a day to somebody. It could be a coworker, it could be your barista at whatever coffee shop you're going to. Start to engage in honest conversation and do that by saying how are you doing really? Level with me,
Yeah.
what's going on? And we're like, oh, I'm great. No, you're not. None of us are. We're all deeply affected. The world, we're all like, what is happening? What is life? It's overwhelming and we're all there. So I think kind of, calling out the elephant in the room, okay, we all know we're not fully okay right now. I think we start with honest conversation. I think the next thing that I'd love to see as well in mental health is also some levity. It's something I've really noticed recently. So many of us go through this. I think we first have to come to terms with that. But then after that point, we have to find the ways to laugh through these weirdly human experiences, to have a day where you're like, yep, I laid on the couch and I didn't want to get out of bed. And hey, you know what? She got in the shower though. Win for me. And being able to normalize having moments like that and find the funny and, oh, you did it too, I think is key as well. Mental health is a very serious, very heavy topic. There's a lot of heavy lifting we need to do. We need to make sure that communities, BIPOC communities in particular, have access to resources. We have to make sure that we have these conversations. It's going to take some time, but that human to human connection, I think, is where we start. And then just being able to, it's okay to laugh about it a little bit. It's okay to say, it's me and everyone else. It's me and all these wonderful people. We're all a little off kilter, but that's what makes us great. So.
Absolutely. Oh, I couldn't agree more. You end every class by saying they can knock you down, but they can never knock you out. And I think about that all the time. But I think too that there's power in the knockdown. Don't you say?
I so agree. Because if you don't, here's the thing though, the getting knocked down is an enlightening moment. It's what we
100%.
talked about previously, right? You are stronger because of your pain. You live more full. I live a more full life because I know the alternative. I know the depth of that pain. The knockdowns, you should be so proud of yourself when you fail or when you knock down, and reframing that moment in our lives, right? So often shame comes in and we feel like we shouldn't, or we're embarrassed, or our egos get involved. The knockdowns is what begets the get back ups. The choosing to get back up for yourself is such a transformative pushes you to a higher level, act, because it's the choice to say, I'm doing this for me. I know this was tough, but I'm going to keep going. And when you choose yourself and when you choose your own well-being, whether it be mental, physical, emotional, personal, and any other plane, you get to level to that next place. And you did it on your own. And there's that feeling of self-satisfaction is pretty damn incredible.
It's everything. It's everything. Mm-hmm. Well, all things considered, who would you say is Kendall today? What is your truth?
Oh, that's a really great question. My truth is changing every day, is allowing myself to evolve as I let this world affect me. I would have said that, it's so funny. My definition of myself had changed. Previously, a couple years ago, I would list off the things that I do or my job titles. I'd say Peloton instructor. I'd say, daughter. I'd say friend. And all of those things are wonderful. But my person is more than that.
Yeah.
I think I'm just really in a space of exploration, of acceptance, and of gratitude. And the coolest thing about coming from a place of gratitude and after really working on it and gratitude journaling every morning and night is that the allowance and acceptance of yourself to just be. So if I'm good one day, I will be proud of being. If I am having a tough mental health day, I will be proud of being. I'm truly just wanting to be in my most full sense of self. And if I do that, I believe I can be a positive force and I can also create a lot of good in the world. And by showing up with my own light, I can help people do the same. And that's it. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. It's such a good question.
I love it. And period. I love it.
Period.
Kendall Toole, you are a love and a light. Thank you so much. This is going to help so many people to find their love and light in themselves. So appreciate you joining me.
Yeah, we all glow. We all light it up.
To watch this episode and more, head over to pluslifemedia.com and follow us at Plus Life Media.